Our top story this Friday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. 77 years ago today, the Japanese Imperial Navy struck Pearl Harbor Naval Base in a surprise attack. More than 2,000 Americans died from the bombings, and many U.S. airplanes and battleships were destroyed. Just one day later, the U.S. declared war against Japan, thrusting the nation into World War II. The Friends of the Yellowstone National Cemetery will hold a Pearl Harbor Remembrance Ceremony today. It begins at noon. The ceremony will honor all the World War II veterans who are laid to rest, with taps and volley to follow.
We loved this country, and we weren't about to start speaking Japanese or German.
Hal Conrad found himself right in the middle of the attack on Pearl Harbor 77 years ago. Now 97 years old, he is one of a dwindling number of Pearl Harbor survivors still living. Our Russ Riesinger sat down with Conrad at his home in Lewistown. Hear his amazing story tonight, right here on Q2. Testimony continues in Helena today for one of two men involved in the killing of Broadwater County Deputy Mason Moore. A judge must decide if suspect Lloyd Barris should be forced to take medication so he can be tried for his alleged crime. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian reports.
On Thursday, a Helena judge heard testimony about the mental health history of Lloyd Barris. Barris faces 5 charges, including deliberate homicide by accountability, in connection with the death of Broadwater County Deputy Mason Moore in May of 2017. Authorities accuse Barris's son Marshall of fatally shooting Moore near Three Forks. Lloyd and Marshall Barris then led law enforcement officers on a nearly 150-mile chase that ended near Missoula. Marshall Barris was killed in a shootout with officers. Lloyd Barris was found unfit to stand trial in June. Doctors at the Montana State Hospital reported he suffers from multiple disorders, including persecutory-type delusional disorder. The state is asking that Barris be given antipsychotic medications to treat his conditions, but Barris has refused to take the medication. On Thursday, the state called an expert witness to discuss Barris's history of mental health treatment. Dr. Alan Newman analyzed medical records from the time after Barris was arrested for a pursuit and shootout with law enforcement in California. He said Barris had similar symptoms at that time, but showed improvement after he was involuntarily medicated. Therefore, he believes there's reason to think it may work again. The hearing was expected to continue into Friday. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
And authorities initially sought the death penalty against Barris, but later declined, citing his history of mental health issues. Elsewhere, Yellowstone County completed its largest ever race recount, and the outcome for District Court Judge didn't change. Elections Administrator Brett Rutherford read the results late Thursday afternoon.
The recount results are Ashley Harada, 30,205, Julianne Pierce, 30,080.
Harada led by 119 votes over Pierce after the November 6th election. Since that difference was less than 0.25% of all the votes cast in the race, Pierce was able to ask for a recount. During Thursday's recount, Harada actually picked up 6 votes. The recount started Wednesday with 20 election judges counting 70,000 ballots.
I kept my eyes on that tally all day yesterday and today, so I have been here consistently watching and waiting. The machines are very accurate, and we were hopeful that that was going to be the case, but now we know.
In many precincts, it was exactly identical. We are really incredibly blessed to have a system as good as it is. This really shows the integrity of our voting system. Everybody gets reassured when the voting system works like it should.
Rutherford estimates the recount cost about $20,000. In other news, a new report suggests much of Montana's key infrastructure is in serious need of investment. That report by the American Society of Civil Engineers looks at 10 specific areas from schools to solid waste. The report gives Montana a C rating, higher than the national average, which is a D+. Montana's railways and solid waste systems received the highest grades, while schools and stormwater systems graded the lowest. Areas such as energy and drinking water were considered mediocre and in need of attention. The report says more investment is necessary to maintain these systems and points out that it's not just visible infrastructure that needs help.
You see the roads, but what you don't see is the underground infrastructure, water, wastewater, sewer. That stuff I liken similar to a person's heart. It's not visible, but it's critical to everything that person does. Same with our infrastructure that's underground.
Carlin also suggests one possible way to beef up spending on infrastructure is to tap into the millions of dollars tourists spend while visiting the state each year. A petition to create a buffer zone around Yellowstone National Park is making the rounds after a beloved wolf was legally killed by a hunter when she wandered outside the park's boundary. The Care 2 petition has already gathered more than 41,000 signatures. Officials with Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks say the killing of the wolf named Spitfire was a legal harvest. But Spitfire's killing has reignited the debate between wolf advocates and critics about a so-called buffer zone around the park. But due to Montana law, it would take an act from the state legislature to create such a zone. The CEO of First Interstate Bank stepped into the shoes of a bank teller for a day, all because he made a bet. Kevin Riley made a deal with employees. For every $5,000 raised for the needy in our community, he would work the teller line. Every year, First Interstate employees take part in a donation program called Neighbors Feeding Neighbors. This year, they raised $11,000. For Riley, it gave him a chance to experience some of the challenges that tellers face every day.
We raised $11,000, so I have to be here for 2 hours, and it's great to be able to learn what our tellers actually do. So it gives me only an opportunity to come down here and actually understand the function.
First Interstate says the money raised will go to families in the Billings community to help out over the holidays. An organization that has helped thousands of people who find themselves down on their luck is saying goodbye to its executive director. A party was held Thursday evening for Perry Roberts, who has guided the Montana Rescue Mission for the past 9 years and spent several years as a volunteer before that. Roberts is retiring. He tells us in the past 10 years, the mission has gone from helping less than 1,000 people a year to around 2,000 the past several years.
Now we do everything we can to help them move on as quickly as we can and get them back on their feet. And it's not so much about providing them months of stay as it is about getting them back what they need to get on their feet, to get back into a place and get back into a productive lifestyle.
Roberts says he and his wife will continue to stay involved with the Montana Rescue Mission. The mission is set to announce its new executive director next Monday. A Christmas tradition strolls on in downtown Billings tonight. Some downtown streets will be closed off for the annual Christmas stroll, allowing shoppers to hop from shop to shop, sip a little eggnog, and even get pictures with Santa. New this year is a holiday market at the old Meadowlark Gallery building, where you can take crafting and cooking classes as well as browse for more gifts. This event coincides with the Art Walk, so there will be plenty to take in. It all goes from 5 to 9.